In my last message on letting go or surrendering, I shared with you some possibilities of miracles that could occur because you've surrendered. You've let go of whatever it is you're holding on to, whatever adversity you're facing. And some of which were, I said that clarity can come about. Doors that were shut before begin to open up. Progress occurs in your life, and fear even begins to dissipate. Barriers start to fall away as you've let go of the tight control. Now, some people who make this logical decision, you know what? I'm letting things go, I'm letting it be, and I'm just surrendering. So they've made a rational decision to do that. And in doing so, they feel they have surrendered. But what they're doing is, and I don't want you to make this crucial mistake when you're surrendering, is that they sit now in expectancy of a wow factor to come their way. Some great miracle that could happen. And nothing is wrong if you sit and pray for a miracle to come into your life. This is great to do, actually. But if you make this logical decision to just let it go, I surrender, but you're still waiting on a wow factor, it means you're still grasping, you're still holding on. And therefore, you have not fully surrendered. You see, when you hold on, you will silently keep forcing things to happen the way you want it, when you want it, and how you want it. And life is going to feel difficult. It's still going to feel difficult. And you still wouldn't be very happy. You're going to end up being an agitated person, a miserable person, because you're still waiting for this wow factor to hit you. But as soon as you relax your hold, what happens? You stay open, and you can eventually be in this place whereby you can go about your day, do whatever you need to do, because you're doing it in a surrendered state. And when you surrender and you're going about doing whatever you need to do, even though your situation is still adverse and difficult, you end up having more energy to do whatever you need to do. You end up having more will for life because you've surrendered within, you've let go within of all the stuff, and you can actually enjoy your day. And do you know that sometimes in order to come to this point of surrender, if you have faced a very adverse situation or facing an adverse situation that is very difficult to deal with, sometimes it requires that, go ahead, face that pain intensely. Don't avoid it, don't run away from it. Face it intensely. Cry your eyeballs out if you need to. And, sometimes you may just have to drop yourself on the floor, on the bed, and just cry it all out. Some people may even take a punching bag and punch it just to get all the frustration and hurt and pain out of them. And when you do that, you're releasing all the pent-up energy. And you'd find that when you actually face that pain inside of you and you break yourself down to release it, you may actually come to the point where you really recognize and realize, you know what, this is all I can do. I can't do any more. And you can actually reach to that point where you say, God, I surrender it all to you. I give it to you to help me go through this situation in life. And that is when you could actually feel the peace coming over you because you've thrown it in. You said, I've had enough. I can't bear the pain anymore. It's all yours. And when you do that, you can feel a bit more lighter within yourself. You see, the purpose of surrendering is not to wait for this wow factor to hit you, right? Because actually, what may come your way or what needs to come your way from God, from that universal intelligence or greater intelligence, as I like to call it, It may be something that may come disguised in its simplest form, unconventional, non traditional, and it could wow you when it arrives. But if you're waiting on a wow factor, you will not be wowed. I can guarantee you that. Okay? So the purpose of surrendering is really for you to release all the stress that is in you, all the suffering, and to approach your situation in a much more relaxed way. We face life and we always have two choices. Whether the situation is good or bad or favorable or unfavorable, we have two choices. We could be miserable or we can choose to enjoy life. But isn't it strange how much we choose misery over joy? So, in the same adverse situation, the difficulty may be there, but you have a choice still to actually release it, let go of all your pushing and forcing and wanting things to be other than how they are, and enjoy life. The purpose in surrendering is to experience an inner freedom and lightness within, to enjoy your life even though you may still be facing adversity and difficulties. The purpose of surrendering is for you to open the floodgate to all possibilities, the possibilities that you may not even otherwise have considered and may not otherwise be able to recognize. Surrendering keeps you open. And what surrendering really does, it may not change your adversity, but it changes you. It changes how your state of being so that you can approach life differently. And that is the ultimate purpose behind surrendering. That is the purpose for our existence here on earth, for how we change and transform our state of being into a much more evolved state. And that transformed state, one of peace and joy, isn't that a much better state in which to live than to be miserable so much in life? And isn't that a much better space or state or place for whatever it is you want in life to arrive in? Why would anything good want to arrive into a miserable place? So create that space of inner freedom, a space of peace and joy within you so that life feels better and begins to become better.